All right, excited for this one. We have the Holy Stone HS360 brushless foldable drone with GPS. Thank you to Holy Stone for sending this over for review. We're gonna pop it out of the box and see what we have. Now this drone offers 2-axis stabilized gimbal, GPS so it will return home if it loses signal, and a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi transmission. So we have this semi-rigid case. It is a zippered bag. It has a handle up here that pulls out for carrying. That's nice. It retracts when you're not using it. Let's zip it open here. We're going to rotate it like this because the hinge is back here. And we're going to take a look inside. So at the top here, we have a zipper pouch. Looks like we have the manual in there. So we're going to pop that out first, see what else we have. This feels like a possible cord. So let's slide that over. We're going to see what is in here. Working our way into the bag. We have blades. We have a cute little screwdriver. And we have a USB to USB-C cord, presumably for charging. And we also have teeny tiny little screws here that are just floating about. So we're going to put those someplace safe. So make sure when you open this bag, you account for these tiny little screws because they are aplenty and they are otherwise free floating inside that bag. So we'll set down all of these. And we ended up with 8 of them, which is enough to put on blades all the way around. Set that right here, along with all of our blades. Instructions for use. Pretty thick book here. We'll check out that in just a minute, but we actually want to go in and look at the good stuff. So we've got this piece of foam here for protecting everything in the box. We're going to move this to the side, and there it is. There's the drone. So the first thing that tells us is that all of this stuff over here, these are replacement blades and screws, which is great. It's good to have a backup set there. Oh, there's another screw floating around. It's more than I thought. Let's see, that's 4. That's 9. We're up to 9. I don't even know if we need 9, but it's good to have extras. So we've got our little screwdriver. We're putting that over there. We have in the middle, looks like the battery. Let's open that and take a look at the battery that we're dealing with. So I've got some plastic stuck to my finger there. All right, so that is our battery. There's the USB charger, presumably right there. I do believe this clicks into the back of the drone, so we're going to set that right here. And take out the remote real quick and check that over. So we've got 2 joysticks, a little digital readout in the middle. We've got what appeared to be antenna on the top that probably rotate. Yes, they do. Like so. Take a look at the back here. Looks like we have a battery compartment with a screw. We can pop that open. Up top, we have a camera and a high-low button. We'll look into that more to see exactly what that is. We have a little scroll option over here. Of course, that feels more like a push button, so we'll figure that out. Looks like takeoff and landing button, perhaps. Some kind of rotation button, power, and then R over here. We'll figure out what that is as well as we dig into this. Let's take a look at the actual drone. So the first thing I notice is this is a very lightweight drone. Actually, we'll move the box out of the way here and get a good look at the drone itself. So the top arms flip out. Of course, this is going to get some additional weight when we plug the battery into it. And then we have the bottom legs that kick out on the bottom like so. That's a very expected footprint for a drone. It's smaller than something like the Mavic, but still a decent sized drone, as you can see. You do have that camera on the front. I'm guessing there is a film on there. There is in fact a film over that lens. We're going to peel that off, get rid of all those scratches and get that nice shiny camera. It is on a gimbal. We're going to set this down. We're going to double check. Oh, so it does. It actually has 2 batteries that come with it. So we have a battery in place here. Like so. It just clicks into place, nice and easy. And then we have the spare battery. Let's see what we need to know for use on this. All right, so one of the things that the instructions tell you with regards to the battery is, it says, before installing the battery, please remove the insulation gasket from the battery. I compared the battery that was in the drone to the extra one that came with it, and I have no idea what a insulation gasket is, and I don't see anything to remove on these, so that's something to note when you actually start using the drone. Real quick, as I was going through the container, I found this little piece floating around. I can assume that this was in here when the drone was shipped to prevent the battery from losing power or charge while it was traveling to its destination. So earlier I mentioned not knowing what that was that they told you to remove from the battery. I'm thinking that's it. So if it's still in place on yours, it's probably going to be right in here. And we just want to make sure that we pull that little guy out of there and put the battery in place. So on the remote on the back, you'll see this little lip. You put your hand in there. It actually has a spring-loaded slide out down here that allows you to put a phone right there for viewing while you're flying the drone. And just the one thing to note on this, if you try to pull it out and put the phone in like this, the top's not going to clear. There's actually a lip on the top. So put the phone in there like this, pull this out, and then push the bottom in, and you'll have a nice firm setup. So general control of the drone on the left joystick. Pushing up raises the drone off the ground. Pushing down lowers the drone. And on the right hand side, pushing forward moves the drone forward, and pushing down moves the drone backwards. And on the left side, if you push to the left or right, that is going to rotate the drone to the left or the right. And if you push from the left or the right on the right side, you're actually going to move the drone directly sideways. Now on the back of the compartment, as I mentioned, there's a screw. We're going to pop that open because you are going to have to add 4 AAA batteries. So we're going to get those in there so we can actually take this thing for a spin. Turn this over, hit the power button. You can see we got a full digital readout here. I'm going to pop one of the batteries in, see what kind of charge they've given us right out of the gate, if there is any. Oh. So of course you're going to have to download an app to use with your phone. They do include QR codes inside the manual so you can scan it and download the appropriate app for iOS and Android. The instructions walk you through pairing the device with your smartphone, calibrating the compass, setting up GPS searching, calibrating the gyro, starting and stopping the motors, and takeoff and landing. So we're going to get that all squared away and then take this thing for a spin.